Mario Bros. Hit US arcades in the year 1983. The game was produced by Nintendo Research and Development 1 and published by Atari in the US. The game featured the now famous plumbers Mario and Luigi, whose goal was to fight off crabs, turtles, and other creatures underneath the New York City sewer.
Name?
Mario.
Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Okay, look, how many Marios are there between the two of you?
There's three. It's Mario, and Luigi Mario.
The lead developers on the game were Shigeru Miyamoto and Gunpei Yokoi, the same developers that created the Donkey Kong arcade. During the early 80s, Mario used to be called Jumpman, but when Nintendo's Italian landlord named Mario demanded rent from the early company of Nintendo, they decided to change Jumpman's name to Mario. Unlike the famous Super Mario Bros. Games, you defeated enemies by flipping them over and kicking them. You achieved this by going underneath them and jumping up, hitting the platform the enemies were on, then running into them to destroy them. You could use the POW block in the middle of the screen to immediately flip over all enemies on the ground. This could be used 3 times per stage and would refresh at each new level. Like most early arcade games, the goal was to get a high score, and as you progressed, it got increasingly more difficult. As you played, it added faster enemies and fireball projectiles you had to avoid. The arcade featured a wraparound design, meaning you could go through the right screen and come out on the left screen side. This was fairly common in a lot of arcade games in the 80s. The arcade was successful in Japanese arcades, and even though it released in the US at the peak of the video game crash, it still sold well. The arcade cabinet came in only one version, a standard upright cabinet, but it supported 2 players simultaneously. An original Mario Bros. Arcade cabinet in good condition is rare and sells for about $3,000. The game was ported to most home computer consoles, and of course, the Nintendo Entertainment System, on which it sold over 90,000 copies. The game went on to become the famous Super Mario Bros. Franchise, as well as create the most famous video game character of all time. Have a request for an arcade corner? Tweet me and include #ArcadeCorner. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place here on Shacknews.com.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Next time on Shack's Arcade Corner.